Now you'll remember on this channel about 2 weeks ago, I told you that the new target of the 36 bloggers is a man called Miguna Miguna. Now at the time I told you this, Miguna Miguna had not even come back into the country, let alone being deported the second time, when he was sedated. That had not happened. Miguna Miguna was still on his world tour, prior to his landing back in Kenya. Well, we have all seen that propaganda gain momentum and escalate. And people have swallowed the bait, hook, line, and sinker. And today, we are hearing some amazing things being spoken about Miguna Miguna. There is an obsession about his Canadian passport, I'm just totally amazed that people I used to really respect, People are held in very high esteem, They come into radio, into TV stations, into talk shows, people like Mutai Kagwe, and they speak things which just totally amaze me. For instance, there's this obsession with Miguna's Canadian passport. Now, a member of this channel told me something very interesting that I want to share with you. This member of this channel has dual citizenship and is a Kenyan and is also an American citizen. He says that in case you lose a passport, you can walk into a consulate or an embassy anywhere in the world, report that your passport has disappeared, has been stolen, or you have lost it, and you'll have a new passport within hours. And so, it is very possible that Miguna Miguna in Dubai, would have done the same and had a Canadian passport in a flash. Now, I know I've said different because my information is different. I've told you what happened, that actually the passport was sent to him. But that is not really the issue here. The issue here is, why this obsession with Miguna's Canadian passport? What does it have to do with what was done to Miguna? What do the human rights violations against Miguna have to do with this Canadian passport? You know, this situation is very similar to a situation whereby, for instance, somebody gets robbed, thugs break into his house, they beat him up thoroughly, till he loses consciousness, and they rob him and they go away. Now, when the report breaks out in the media, of course, newsmen take photographs of the man prostrate on the ground, he's unconscious, and he's wearing red socks. And so the media completely ignore the great crime which has been committed here, and they focus on the red socks. Why was this man wearing red socks? People don't wear red socks, It was not matching with the rest of his clothing, Who wears red socks? Where did he get these red socks? The debate is all about red socks. But hey, there's a crime here which has been committed. But people don't want to discuss that. They want to discuss the red socks. And this is exactly the situation with Miguna Miguna. People are not discussing that he was held in a toilet at the JKI airport for 3 days. People don't want to discuss that. People don't want to discuss that he was coming back in obedience to a court order. And that the court order allowed him into the country, without any conditions. Too many people are even now saying the laws of a country are superior to court orders. Now that is hilarious, because court orders are the laws of a country. The judiciary does not pick their rulings from the air. They don't just sit down and think and imagine and pass their rulings. They're based on the laid down law. They're based on the constitution. Therefore, a court order is the laws of Kenya. Anyway, people don't have time to discuss those truths. They would rather discuss the red socks. And of course, the propaganda peddlers like the 36 bloggers have been very, very busy making sure that the focus of the people is away from the crime which was committed in this case. Crime against human dignity, a crime against the human rights of one Miguna Miguna. They want to shift focus completely away from that, as far away as possible from that. And surprise, surprise, it is working. Oh boy. This is just absolutely crazy. Now, Professor David Ndii has a very interesting thing to say about this whole issue. And this is what he says. He says that Miguna Miguna not only has a birthright in Kenya, not only was he born in Kenya, but is a native of Kenya. And to make matters worse, the country called Kenya found his community. His community existed before the country called Kenya. And so what is happening here is that a government, a rogue government in my view, is uprooting somebody from where he was and where he has been and where his ancestors have been before even the country called Kenya was formed. That is just to emphasize the great crime which has been committed against this Kenyan. Now, you'd need to be a fool or very short-sighted not to realize that because this has happened to another Kenyan, there's no guarantee that it will never happen to you. Yeah? Things change very fast. As the Luyas always remind us, when do we change anger? Things can change so fast tomorrow that you could be on the receiving end of a Lunga Lunga dance. Yeah, it happens. And so, it is okay, it's your constitutional right, yeah, to keep on focusing on the Red Sox. When there's a dead body, you're not talking about the murder. You're not talking about the great crime. You're just talking about the guy who was wearing red socks. Where was he wearing red socks? And Eleni too. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.